Okay, so let's have a quick recap what we have discussed in the last session. In the last session, we have just give an introduction about me, your guys have give some introduction about yourself, and then we have some introduction about AWS. In today's session, we are going to learn about how to create your AWS account, and then we are going to learn about how to create a Windows EC2 machine. But before starting off this particular topic, any question anyone have, please raise your hand. Anyone have any question related to anything? If you want to ask, please raise your hand. Look like no one has any questions. So let's start with today's topic where we are going to learn about how to create a AWS account. Now, first of all, to create your AWS account, you can use any of your personal email address. To create your AWS account, you can go to this particular link, which is mentioned here. You have to enter your email address and then you have to give the account name. And account name, whichever you are giving it, that account name needs to be unique globally. Globally means from all the users, whichever we have it in AWS, from all the user, account name needs to be unique. So you have to give your account name. And once you give your account name, you have to click on verify email address. Once you click on verify email address, you will get an OTP on your email. That particular OTP you need to enter here to verify your email address. And then click on verify. And then you have to enter your password. The password which you want to set for your account, you have to enter the password. So you have to first enter your password here, and then again you have to confirm your password. So with this, you are going to complete the step 1. To create your account, there are total 5 steps we have. So with this, you are going to complete the step 1, your email address, account name, you have to verify your email address, and then you have to enter the password. Your first step is going to complete. Now, there are some rules we have to follow for our account. Your password must at least 8 characters long. And out of the following things, you have to follow 3. Upper letter, lower letters, numbers, and non-alphanumeric characters. So out of these 4 of the following things, minimum 3 you have to follow. And your password minimum needs to be 8 characters long and maximum 128 characters long password you can use for your AWS account. Yeah. Now, once you click on continue after giving your password, here you have to select which plan you want to use. There are 2 type of plan. One is business plan, one is personal plan. You have to select the personal because you need a free tier 1. You need a free quota. For free quota, you have to select the personal plan. And if you see on the left hand side, here we have mentioned as free tier offers, which we have discussed in the yesterday session. Some sets are always free, some are 12 months free, but some are coming under trial period. And Here you have to give the full name, phone number, country, address, city, state, postal code. Postal code means PIN code. So you have to enter your personal details. And then you have to check this checkbox. If you want to read their terms and condition, you can read that also. And then click on continue. Once you click on continue, you have to enter your card details. It can be debit card or it can be credit card. You can enter here. It can be any Visa, MasterCard, whichever you have, you can enter here. And in India, some people have RuPay card also, and AWS has started supporting RuPay card also now. But one important point, whatever the card you are using here, make sure that particular card is enabled with international transactions. In India, by default, international transactions are disabled. So you have to check your mobile banking or internet banking. With the help of that, you have to enable the international transaction. You don't have to enable for thousands of rupees, just for 10 rupees you can enable it, because to create your AWS account, they are going to deduct 2 rupees from your account. And that 2 rupees also you will get a refund in 3 to 5 days. So your card number, expiry date, cardholder name, CVV, and you have to provide your PAN details also. And it is mandatory now. Earlier it was not mandatory, but now it is mandatory to provide your PAN card details. In India, you have to do. If you are from other country, then as per that particular country, you have to provide those details. Every country has something different. You, the details whichever they need now, it is mandatory to provide some of a personal details to them. Because of the frauds and all those things, they will start taking our personal details also. Earlier also, if I talk about in 2015, 16 also, they were taking it. That time also. But after that, they stopped taking it. But again, they start taking our documents also to create our AWS account. And then you have to click on verify and continue. Once you click on verify and continue, they will ask for an OTP or they will deduct 2 rupees from your account to verify your card details. Now, next step. Next step is we have to verify your phone number. In the step 1, we have verified our email address. Now here we have to verify our phone number. So it's your choice. You want to verify by using text message or voice call. So select your country code, enter the phone number, enter the text, and click here. So you will get a OTP from their side, and that particular OTP you have to enter to verify your phone number. And then click on continue. Once you click on continue, they will ask you to select the purpose of creation of your account. You can select the first one option, you can select as personal, and in the second option, you can select as individual. Even if you select something else also, it doesn't make any difference. But this is one you can select for your personal account. And then click on continue. Once you click on continue, again, they are asking us to select a support plan. Which support plan you want to select? You have to give here basic support free. There are some more plans. We had $29 per month, $100 per month. If you select these plan, this will be your minimum bill. You don't need any support plan. You don't need any business plan. You need a basic support free plan. And then click on complete sign up. Once you click on complete sign up, this is how your account look like when you are going to log into your account first time. So it's very simple to create your account. Now, any question anyone have regarding this process, please let me know. Anyone have any doubt related to creation of your AWS account? Okay, no question. So now let's learn our first AWS service, which is called as EC2. Now, what's the full form of EC2? The full form of EC2 stands for Elastic Compute Cloud. Now, what is this Amazon EC2? It's a service. Now, in general way, actually, if I talk about in general way, we call it as a virtual machine, virtual servers. So in general language, it is called as virtual machine, virtual server. Those things in AWS is called as EC2. Now, EC2 is like a computer to us, which we can create on Amazon servers. Like I have this laptop. The configuration which I have in my system, with the same configuration, if I want, I can create one more computer on Amazon server, which I can access from any part of the world. I just need few details. If I have those details, I can access that particular server which I'm going to create on Amazon servers, virtual server. I can access from any part of the world. What few details I need, definitely we will learn in our upcoming session. So if you have those details, you can connect to yourself. Now, which operating system supports to create a computer or a server in Amazon? They have a huge list. Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, Debian, CentOS, Mac, Oracle Linux, a big list. They have their own Linux-based operating system also. So with the help of their own operating system also, we can create Amazon EC2 machine. Now, which one we are going to learn? We are going to learn about Windows Phone right now. And in our upcoming session, we are going to learn about how to create a Linux-based EC2 machines also. Now, first of all, what you have to do it is you have to log into your account. So let me quickly log into my AWS account. Now, once you go to that particular page to log into your account, here is a one we have signin.aws.amazon.com. If you go to this particular one, you will get two options here. One is root user, other one is IAM user. Right now, the AWS account which you are going to create, that is root user. Now, what is IAM user? We are going to learn in our upcoming sessions. So I'm entering my email address. Click on next. They're asking us to enter the character. So let's enter the character, which is 2553. Is it 2 or Z? Z. Okay, now password. Click on sign in. Now they're asking for one MFA code, multi-factor authentication. What is MFA? We are going to learn in our upcoming session. With the help of this one, I have multiple verifications in my account. I have given the password, and even I need to enter one 6-digit of code. Then I can log into my account. And that 6 digit of code is generating every 30 seconds in the mobile app which I'm using. So we will learn about those things also in our upcoming session. Now, the first thing what we have to do it is after login to our AWS account, we have to select a region. A region means in which data center I want to create this EC2 machine. By default, whenever you're going to log into your account, they are selecting United States North Virginia region by default. For every account, whenever you're going to log in first time, they're always using North Virginia region. So here we have to change the region, in which region I want to. Now, in which region your client want to create, that is going to decide by the client. Mostly clients are going for the regions where they have a more customer base. Nearby their customer base, they are going for the region. So if I click here I'm able to see the list of regions. Now, in previous session, I have told you this is not the original name of the regions, like North Virginia, Mumbai, Singapore, Sydney. These are the city names, city states name we have. This is not the original name. What's the original name? Here it is. The Mumbai original name is AP-South-1. North Virginia have US-East-1. Ohio has US-East-2. So like this, they have given the region name. Ireland, EU-West-. So based on the location, they have given it different. Frankfurt have EU-Central-1. So Singapore have AP-Southeast-. So these are the original name of the regions. So for US, they have given US. For Asia Pacific, they have given AP. For Canada, they have given CA. For Europe, they have given EU. For South America, they have given SA. So based on this name, they have given the details. And where is the location? It's in north, is in west, is in central. They have given. This is in southeast, this is in northeast. Mumbai one is south region. Oh, sorry. So they have given details. Now, in whichever the region you want to work, you have to click on that region. Like I'm going to work on Mumbai. I click on Mumbai. So I click on Mumbai. Now it is showing here as Mumbai region. So we are able to select the Mumbai region. So first step is completed. Now second step is we have to search a service which we want to work. If you see here in my account, it is showing EC2 here in recently visited. It is showing here also EC2 because I have bookmarked. But in your account, it will not show. So here you have a search box. Under this search box, you have to search EC2. Now, what's their tagline? Virtual servers in the cloud. If you want to bookmark, you can check this star mark. It's going to be bookmark in your AWS account also. So like this, you can search a service and bookmark. It's going to easily. Now click on EC2. Now we are under our EC2 service. Now click on instances. Now whatever the steps I'm following it is mentioned in my PPT also. So the PD you will get in a form of PDFs. You have to follow the same steps. Now click on launch instance. Okay, before making this machine, anyone wants to ask any question, please let me know. Okay. No questions? Now let's start creating this machine. Click on launch instance. Now, to create this EC2 machine also, there are few steps we have to follow. The first step is we have to give the name of this machine. And name can be any name. It can be your name, my name, XYZ. I can give any name to this machine. So let's give this name to this machine as Win-417. This is the name I'm giving to my machine. Now, scroll down. Now, I'm going to start teaching you the terminologies which is used in AWS. I know that it's not possible to remember all those terminologies on day one, but I'm giving you a journal terminology also. I'll give you a terminology which is used in AWS. Yes, for first few days, I'm going to use both the terminologies, but after a few days, I'm only using the terminologies which is used in AWS, so you will remember those terminologies. Because when you're going for an interview, you have to be very careful. You are using the terminologies which is used in AWS, not a journal terminology. With the help of that, they will identify that how much knowledge you have. Now, so first of all, we have given the name to our machine. Second thing is they are asking us to select application and OS image. Now, in general language, we call it as operating system, but in AWS, it is called as Amazon Machine Image, AMI. Short form is AMI. The full form is Amazon Machine Image. So in general language, we call it as operating system. So which operating system we are going to select for this particular machine? We are going to select Windows. And by default, they have selected Amazon Linux. Here we have Mac, Ubuntu, Windows, Red Hat, Sushi. We scroll on right, we have an option of browse more AMIs also. If you click on browse more AMI, you will see more AMIs from their side. More AMIs means more operating system details. Now, click on Windows. Now, in Windows also, we have a list of operating system, the versions different. Now, if I click on Windows, here it starts showing me the different in the below I'm getting it. Now, can I select any operating system in Windows also? No. It doesn't mean that I can select any operating system in Windows or any version. No. You have to be careful. You are only selecting the one where in right hand side it is mentioned as free tier eligible. So there are 6, 7 they have given under free tier eligible. Other than that, if you're going to select, that is going to be chargeable. So you have to make sure you are only selecting the free tier eligible. You can select 2019 version, you can select 2022, you can select 2025 version also. I'm recommending don't select 2025 because this is the latest version recently get launched. So sometimes these are not stable versions. Even they give it, it's stable it, but as per my personal experience, these are not much stable right now. So always try to select, even for a practice purpose also, the little previous version. So right here we have 2022, we can select 2022 or even 2019 also you can select. But rather don't go 2019, we can select 2022. So we are able to select our operating system. Which operating system client is going to select? That does depend on the client requirement or developers requirement. What type of the developers have a requirement? Based on their requirement, we have to select the AMI. So step 2 is complete. Step 1, we have given the name. Step 2, we have selected the operating system. Now scroll down. Now, I have a question. I'm enabling the chat box. You can send your answer in chat box. Whenever a person is buying a computer, let's think about the person is not much a technical person. Whenever a person is buying a computer, he go to a market, he wants to buy a laptop or a desktop. What are the basic thing any person is going to check whenever he's buying a computer? Please confirm in the chat box. Don't raise your hand. Just send your answer in chat box. Chat box is enabled. Like if you are going, what are the basic things? Don't go in much technical things, like basics. What basic things you are going to check? Correct. Hard disk, how much CPU we have, correct. RAM, and these are the basic thing. And one more thing is operating system. Operating system. So these are the four basic thing a person is going to check. Hard disk, CPU, RAM, and operating system. Operating system, we have already selected Windows. But now we need to also give CPU and RAM and hard disk to our virtual machine. So how much CPU and RAM I need? I have a very basic requirement. Whenever any company is starting, they are always starting from a minimum requirement. And then slowly, whenever their customer base had increased, whenever they are getting more load on their server, they increase CPU, RAM, or hard disk. And how to increase, we are going to learn in upcoming session, because that's one of the very basic job responsibility of a associate level person. He wants to increase CPU and RAM, and he is the one who's going to monitor CPUs of our EC2 machine. How to monitor it, those we are going to learn in our upcoming session, because those are the very basic responsibility of a associate person, architect associate person. So what is my requirement for CPU and RAM? I need one CPU and 1 GB of RAM. That's my basic requirement. So can I select anything, whatever is my requirement? No. To select the CPU and RAM, AWS has given a combination of CPU and RAM. I can't select as per my own choice CPU and RAM. We have to select a combination of CPU and RAM. And that combination of CPU and RAM in AWS called as instance type. So here we have to select instance type. So based on that instance type, we are going to get CPU and RAM. So like one is T2.nano. With T2.nano, I got one CPU and 0.5 GB of memory. Memory means the RAM. I got more. T2.micro, one CPU, 1 GB of RAM. I got more also. If you need more, you have more. 2 CPU, 2 GB of RAM. 936 CPU, 72 GB of RAM. So base 96 CPU, 192 GB of RAM. So they have a big requirement one also we have. So for this one, what we have, CFA dot 24x large. This is the name of instance type. These are the name given by the AWS tool. So whatever as per our client requirement, we have to select that specific type. So which one we can select for our practice purpose? We can select T2.micro, which is also coming under free tier eligible. Now I'm going to open one link which we have also seen in the yesterday session. Let me open that link again. Here it is. On page number 6. This is what we have seen in yesterday's session. Here I'm getting EC2 750 hours per month. Here they have mentioned the type also. T2.micro or T3.micro. So these two are coming under free tier. you can select T2.micro or T3.micro. T3.micros are not in all regions. T2.micro are available in most of the regions. In some of the regions, you will find T3.micro other than T2.micro. So we are selecting which type? T2.micro. And here they have clearly mentioned also free tier eligible, which is easy for us to identify which instance type we have to select. So step 3 is we have selected CPU and how much CPU? One CPU and 1 GB of RAM. If you are going to select other than this, definitely they will give you a bill for. Step 4. Step 4 is we need to select key pair. Now, what is key pair? Key pair, I can say in a journal language, is like a password. Like whenever we are creating a machine, definitely after that we have to connect to that machine. And to connect to that machine, we need to give username and password. So key pair is like a password to us. So with the help of this key pair, we can generate our password and then we can connect to our Windows EC2 machine. Now, what is key pair now? In the journal language, I told you it's similar like a password. With the help of this, we can generate password. Now I'll come with more details. Key pair is a combination of two keys. Key pair, the name is key pair. So pair. So pair means it's a combination of two keys. One is called public key, other one is called as private. Public key is going to store in AWS cloud. Private key is going to download in our local machine. So public key you will see in AWS cloud and private key is going to download in our local machine. Now, whenever let's example here, I want to open a locker. And for that particular locker, there are two keys. One key is with you guys, one key is with me. So one key I am going to put in that locker, one key you are going to put. Till that time, we are not going to enter both the keys. The locker is not going to. So same way here. So if I want to connect to this particular EC2 machine, I need to have both the keys. I need to have a key which is given by the AWS. So AWS will provide the key from their side and the private key which is in our local machine, we have to provide from our side. So once both the keys are given to that particular EC2 machine, then we are able to connect to this particular EC2 machine. So it's a combination of two keys. And one more important point. How many chances you will get to download this private key? Only one chance. There is no second chance you will get to download the key. So in organization, what we are doing it is we are always making a multiple copies of these keys. So even if we lost, there is no second chance I can download again. So always we make a multiple copies. We'll take a backup of this key at multiple places. So if we lost by mistake, we have the key. So we have to create a new key. I already have some existing key if you see here, but I'm not going to use. So we have to click on create new key. Then you have to give the name. Name can be any name. I'm giving the name as Win 417 key. You can only use hyphen as a symbol. You can't use other than hyphen, any other symbol. You can't use it. Any special character you can't use. Only hyphen you can use. If you want. If you don't want to use, you can just directly give the name also. Click on create key pair. And extension needs to be .pem. Here we have some more extension called PPK. What is PPK? We will learn in our upcoming session, and it is mentioned as for use with putty. So what is this? We will discuss in later. So select .pem and create key pair. Now once I click on create key pair, here I got. I'm going to keep this file in our batch 417 folder. Done. Step 4 is also completed. Now any question anyone have till now, please let me know, then we can move forward with other steps. Yes, you can unmute.
Hey, Ankit, I have a couple of questions. I actually missed yesterday's class. So where do I get that PPT? You're mentioning about a few minutes
It
earlier.
is uploaded in our website. So the recordings we are sharing in our WhatsApp group, but the PPTs I'm going to use, it is uploading in our website. Here it is. The day one is uploaded here.
Got it. Got
Day
it.
two
Thank
is
you so much.
also, and this one only accessible by the paid candidate. So if you are going to pay, then only you can access this one. But day one, day two, day three recording, we are sharing in our WhatsApp.
Sure. So once I pay, I will be getting another link to download that through WhatsApp.
No, you will not get any link. You have to click on dashboard. So you have to log into our website. You have to click on dashboard. There you can access your course.
Okay, we'll
From
do
there
that.
you can download. We are not sharing any links to you. We are uploading all those details in this website. From there you can access.
Okay. All right. Thank you
Okay,
so
and
much.
it will be a lifetime access. You can download the notes. Recordings you can't download. Recordings you can have a only watch access for lifetime.
Okay. Sounds good. Sounds good.
Okay,
Okay. Going back to another question I have, you mentioned that, we have different operating systems, right? So, and
correct.
then that depends on, a client to choose. So what
Hmm.
would be the difference between 22 or 19 and what major differences do you see?
See,
And I believe once
the,
we create an EC2 in older machine, we can actually migrate to a newer version. Would that be hard enough, or would that
no,
be just
there is an of services we have in Azure. With that, you can migrate also from one version to another version. They can migrate also, or you can upgrade also. You can do that. And what's the
in Azure?
difference? You want to do it in Azure from AWS to Azure?
No, from different operating systems. For example, if we create an EC2 in 2019, for example, right? But we want to upgrade it to different operating system, probably
Yes,
25.
it is
Uh,
possible. There are migration services. We have it in Azure. Sorry, AWS. Sorry, I'm by mistake using Azure word. Sorry, by mistake. Sorry. In
okay,
AWS, we have a migration services. Yes, you can do that.
got it. Okay. So
And
differences,
yeah,
major
coming to the question, you're asking what's the difference in 2019, 2025? Like
like a
we
major
earlier,
difference.
I'm not a Windows admin person, so I can't answer this question. This can be answered by a Windows admin person. Like we have Windows 10 and Windows 11.
Right.
So same way, this is different versions. We are getting
Okay.
it. So with some different thing. Ubuntu is having their different versions. We are getting it. So definitely with some new updations, we are getting with new version. So better answer is going to give by the Windows admin person or Linux admin for Linux machines.
Okay. The reason I ask is, if when at a client we have to open a EC2, instead of actually looking which operating system they are actually creating this EC2, whether we could take a decision based on functionalities in new operating system is what I was trying to check. But I get it.
That whatever you are getting a document from the client always. A ticket you will get what are the details you need to do that. A
Okay,
document you will get a ticket, and the document will be uploaded. Based on the document you have to complete your task.
got it again. Okay,
Okay. Any more question?
no sir.
No. Anyone have any more question? Now, the next step is we need to go to network settings. Here are some options we have. These options I'm not going to discuss right now. These options we are going to discuss once we come to a service called VPC. In our upcoming session, we'll come to a service called VPC once we reach to a PPT number 62. That time we are going to discuss these options. So right now, whatever the default we have, I'm just going to keep as it is default. I'm not changing anything here. These are really important options we have. Without these options, you can't create EC2 machine. But for now, just keep it as it is default. Now, to create our Windows machine, is our task is going to complete? No. We have to connect to that particular machine also. And to connect to that particular machine, it is mandatory to enable a port number called RDP. We have to enable a port number called RDP. Without enabling of that particular port number, you can't connect to that machine. And I'm enabling the chat box. Anyone knows the port number for RDP, please confirm in the chat box. Every port have a number. So the port name is RDP. So what's the number of this port? Anyone knows, please confirm in the chat box. Okay, I got few answers. Okay, now I'll give you the correct answer is 3389. So we have to enable a port number called RDP 3389 if you want to connect Windows machine. If you are not going to enable this port number, you can't connect to Windows machine. And if you can't connect, then there is no use of creation of that machine. So scroll down. If you see here, by default, they have automatically enabled that particular port number. They have automatically enabled. Allow RDP traffic from anywhere. Anywhere means from any part of the world. So it means a person who has some details. What details? We'll discuss it. If the person have, he can connect to this particular Windows EC2 machine from any part of the location. He just need an internet connection, he can connect. And there are some more checkboxes we have called HTTPS and HTTP. We will discuss about these checkboxes later. Now scroll down. Hard disk. So how much hard disk we are giving it? By default, they are giving us 30 GB. And this is a minimum requirement for Windows EC2 machine. To create Windows EC2 machine, minimum 30 GB is required. And in general language, we call it hard disk storage, but in AWS, it is called as volume. And the volume which we are getting by default, that volume is called as root volume. So this is root volume we have. If you want to add more volumes, you can add, like I can add D drive, E drive, F drive. This is like a C drive. This is C drive for me, root volume. You want to add more additional, we can add more. How to add more, how to mount, we will learn those things in our upcoming session. It doesn't mean that you click on add volume, it's going to attach. No, there are process you have to follow to mount that particular volume. So that process, complete process, we are going to learn in our upcoming session. So it's a long process for Windows and Linux one we have. And here we have some advanced details. Regarding this advanced details option, we are going to learn in upcoming session. So let's just a quick recap. Step 1, we have given the name. Step 2, we have selected the operating system. Step 3, we have selected the CPU and RAM with instance type T2.micro. Step 4, we have created a key pair. Step 5, we have enable RDP. We didn't enable, it's by default enable. And how they know that they have to enable RDP port by default? Because of the operating system we have selected. So we have selected Windows. By default, they have selected RDP port. Then by default, we got 30 GB of the storage. We are getting. And how many machines I'm going to create? Only one. If I want to create 10 machines with the same configuration, with same everything, I can give 10 here. If I want to create only one, one. If I want to create two, I can create two. If I want to create six, I can give six also. So whatever the number of machines I want to create, I can give that number here. And here we have a summary. We can see the AMI instance type. Here we have something called security group. What is security group? We'll learn in upcoming session. And here we have volume 30 GB. And then we have to click on launch instance. Now, once we click on launch instance, within few minutes, they are going to create our EC2 machine. And which EC2 machine we are creating? Windows EC2 machine. Now click on instance. And here is our machine, which is ready. Now, any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, you can unmute.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So you mentioned about
Just
that
sorry,
code.
just a minute. Why you say sorry?
I'm asking too many questions.
So does it make any difference?
Okay.
So you don't have to
So
say sorry to ask question. Don't say sorry. Next time if you say sorry, then I will not give a chance to you to speak.
it sounds good. So yeah, the question was, I understand that the port number is necessary to connect to that server, but I don't see an option, where we can do a mistake of putting a incorrect number, because the default is just an option of selecting.
Yeah, that's what they define it. They give the default one, so we are not doing those mistakes. Yeah,
Okay,
if you need a custom one, we have option. We can do a custom one also. We will see in upcoming session. If you want to
got
give
it.
a custom also, we can do that. But that's why they are that we are not doing those mistakes because the by default port number it's mandatory to enable.
Okay, so that's more of a interview question. What port we connect to using Windows.
They can ask. This is a very basic question. Yes. Which port
Okay,
is required to connect to Windows machine? For Linux, we have a separate port number. We will see in tomorrow's session for Linux also.
got it. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So we are able to create our machine. Now we have to learn how to connect to the machine. But anyone have any question before that? Please raise your hand. Anyone have any question? Don't think its question is irrelevant or its question is not irrelevant. Don't think, guys. No one is going to judge you here. The thing might be whatever you're thinking, that might be your interview question, then it will be a problem for you if because you are not able to answer that question in the interview. So don't think it's irrelevant. Yeah, if you don't want to ask, you can email me even after the session also. But better to speak in the session. I can easily explain you rather than on email, might be not able to explain you. So speak in this session, it will be more good for you guys. Okay, so now let's learn about how to connect to our Windows EC2 machine. First of all, to connect to our Windows EC2 machine, the file which we have downloaded, the PEM file, the key pair, with the help of this PEM file, we need to generate a password. Now, before that, what we have to do it, we have to do some steps to generate password. So what are the steps? Select your machine, click on connect. Here it is mentioned. Select the EC2 machine and click on connect. And then go to RDP client. Here I got the public DNS, which we want to note down. Here I have the username. By default, for Windows EC2 machine, username is administrator. So in different languages also they have given here. So if you are using any Windows operating system, by default, username will be administrator. For Linux, we have a different username. But for Windows, by default, username is administrator. And then click on password. Click on get password. Now, they are asking me to upload private key. Which private key? This private key. So upload private key. The private key is already there in my machine. Click on open. Click on decrypt password. Done. Now scroll down. Here I got this password with some alphabets, characters. We got a password, even some numbers also there. So this is the password we have to connect to our Windows EC2 machine. Now, if a person have these three details, any person can connect to this Windows EC2 machine from any part of the world. Now, how we can connect? Open remote desktop connection. In your Windows machine, by default, you have remote desktop connection. Or there is an option you have to download remote desktop file. You can directly download from here also. If you are using Windows, then you don't have to download. But yes, if you are using other than Windows, like you are using Mac, then you can click on download option. They will download the remote desktop connection in your machine. If you are using Windows, just search RE, here I'm getting remote desktop connection. Now, in this field, we have to enter this public DNS. Click on show options, your username, click on connect, enter the password. Okay. Click on yes. Done. We are able to connect to our Windows EC2 machine. It's very simple. Your Windows machine will take some time to load, but if you're going to see after a few minutes, the machine is completely loaded. And then whatever you want to do in this Windows EC2 machine, you can do that. You can install anything, whatever. It's a complete empty machine. It's like a empty computer. Whenever we're buying a new computer, it's similar to that. You can install anything, whatever you want to install, you can do that. Whatever you want to build any application, you can build an application also. But yes, you have a very less CPU and RAM, which might be difficult for you to build anything here. But yeah, if you want more, you can add more also. But that is going to be chargeable for them. So this is how we can connect to our Windows EC2 machine. Now, any question anyone have, please let me know. Then we can see some more things. Okay, one more thing. Full form of PEM, the PEM file, Privacy Enhanced Mail. That's the full form of PEM. Yeah. Anyone have any question? Yes, you can unmute.
I just wanted to ask, this EC2, this Windows EC2 works exactly almost like a external hard drive.
It's like not external hard drive. No, external hard drive is different thing. In that one, there is no operating system. It's like a
Oh,
computer. The computer like which I am using it similar to that.
oh,
This is
it's a
not external.
computer. Oh,
It's like
that makes
computer.
sense.
External hard drive don't have an operating system, but it has an operating system. It has a Windows operating system.
Hmm.
So you can do
Okay.
anything. It's like your computer. You want to build any application, you want to install something, you want to install a game and play a game, you can do that. Like you can do in your local machine. So it's same like a computer.
Okay. So it just also helps that you can connect it from anywhere with any other device.
Yep, you can even connect from a mobile also. You have to, in your mobile phone, you can download remote desktop connection app. If you have these details, you can connect from your mobile also,
Hmm.
from any
Okay.
system.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone have any more question? Okay. Now, once we complete our practice, now we are able to create our machine, we are able to connect our machine. Now, what's the next step? I don't need this machine anymore because we are able to complete our practice. Then what we have to do? We have to delete this machine. Because till that time, this particular machine is in the running state, they are counting those 750 hours which we are getting per month free. And AWS is using billing cycle from first to first. Their billing cycle is first to first. So it means on first of every month, you will get a complete free quota. If you are going to create your AWS account in mid of the month, so for first few days, that will be a pro databases you will get. So they are counting those 750 hours. So what we have to do once we complete this practice, now we are done with this machine. We have to delete this machine. So how we can delete? Select your machine, click on instance state. Here we have instance. Here we have option of stop, reboot, terminate. Terminate means delete. Delete means you can't recover this machine. If you don't have a backup, then you can't recover this machine. Stop means like a shutdown. If you stop this machine, you can start this machine after whatever the time you want to use, you can use. Stop like you are going to shut down your laptop. Start means you are going to start your laptop. Reboot means you are going to restart your laptop. And here we have a delete. Now I'm going to click on delete. So once you complete, make sure you delete because next time when you need, you can create again. So you will remember these steps whenever you are going to practice multiple time, you will remember those steps. And then click on terminate. So once I click on terminate, after a few seconds, they are going to completely terminate this EC2 machine. And one more thing, after a few hours, if you're going to check, this particular machine is going to completely delete from your AWS account because you are going to terminate this EC2 machine. So once you complete your practice, this is how you can delete your machine. And there are some self-learning links I have given here. What are those self-learning links? Let me explain you. The first self-learning link is how to enable the region. If you see here in my AWS account, in Asia Pacific, I'm talking about right now, like I have a Mumbai region. In previous session, we have seen we have a Hyderabad region also. In Hyderabad also there's a region. But are we able to see Hyderabad region here? No. Because there are some 15 regions which are not by default enabled in our AWS account. So there are only few regions they are by default enabling, and there are 15 more regions which are not by default enabled. They're not by default going to enable. But if you want to enable it, you have to do some steps. What are the steps? There's a video is given here. You can watch that video and you can enable it. It's not mandatory you have to do it right now, but this is just for your self-learning. You can learn. Second video. Right now, I got this type of password. Whenever we are generating password from our AWS account, I got this type of password. Is it possible to remember? No, not possible. So we have to make sure every time keep this password somewhere. But if I need a password, something like just I'm giving example like training at the rate 2802, something like that. Can I set this type of password? Yes, you can set. You can set this type of password from your Windows EC2 machine. So how to set this type of password? There is a self-learning video is there. You can watch that video, and with the help of this, you will learn how to set this type of password also. But you can't generate this type of password from your AWS account. From AWS account, always they are going to generate this type of password. But if you want, you have to follow some steps in your EC2 machine. So first you have to connect with the help of this password, and then you have to follow some steps under that machine. Then you will get this type of password which you need. And this is easy to remember also. Yeah, definitely we need a proper password which is not easy to hack, but still this type of passwords are easy to remember. So you can watch these two self-learning videos whenever you get a chance. It's not like these self-learning videos, it's not like you have to learn, watch right now. Whenever we complete even the batch, you will get these PDFs. You can watch whenever you have time. So this is what we have for today's session. Any question anyone have, please let me know. Yes, you can unmute.
Uh, yeah. So my question is just instance I stop. So
Hmm.
if billing comes,
No, if you are going to stop this machine, they are not going to count those 750 hours. But my recommendation is always terminate your machine, because next time when you are going to create, you will again follow the steps. So you will remember those steps.
okay, okay. So it means the billing won't come up to 750 hours, correct?
No. And even if you stop this machine, they are not counting the 750 hours. If your machine in the
Oh,
stop status, they are not counting the 750 hours. Only in the running state, they are counting the 750 hours.
okay.
Okay?
So how many days I can stop on? They will count or something. Is there any specific days or something?
No,
No.
there is nothing like that till now.
Okay. So it means that if you stop means it's a zero. There is no
Yes. They are
okay.
not counting the 750, but they are charging you for storage. They are not
Okay.
counting the 750, but they can charge you for storage because you are using their storage.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
Anyone have any more question? Okay, look like no one has any questions, so let's just end this session here. In tomorrow's session, we are going to learn about how to create Linux EC2 machine. Thank you all. Thank you for joining today's session. See you tomorrow. Have a nice day. Thank you.